We have been in contact, Kelly has been in contact with the cleaning people that do cleaning services for the county, and we asked them if they can offer up some assistance in getting somebody to come in during the day and go through each of the offices and do a thorough cleaning on all of the public surfaces. That would be counters, doors, handles, and any area where the public is in contact with surfaces, and go through the county on a day-by-day basis until the coronavirus issue settles down. There is somebody available. It would be about $1,000 a week, and we can set it up for as long as the county wants to maintain that service. And obviously, this is in addition to everything that they're currently doing, which is to wipe down those services at night. But this would be during the open hours of the county between 8 and 5.
Are they wiping down everything?
They're wiping down light switches, door handles.
Every night?
As they go by them, they are to be wiping down light switches, door handles, paying a little extra attention into the bathroom surfaces.
What about the courthouse?
They are wiping the same. Are they going into the courtroom and wiping the benches and doing all that? No. They're coming in here and wiping down all the stuff. I don't think so. But mainly where the public is. Thanks, Frank. They said they've got more than us as requesting and would hire a team, basically a Corona team, to go to all these other buildings and just do that. 8 hours a day.
Yeah, they do a number of other counties as well as state buildings, and everybody has been asking them for the same service. So they're putting a Corona team together.
So that would include all of our county buildings,
That would include all of our buildings.
sheriff's office.
Sheriff's office, courtrooms, hopefully going.
Public Works, upstairs, here, juvenile.
Elections, we're getting all the election ballots in, we're getting all the taxes in. I mean, there's a lot of.
Would they have all these done by the time the day starts? So they do it at night with the court? We've had our conversations with the court. One of the biggest questions I have is to make sure those areas, if we do this, to make sure those areas all wiped down.
So they would do this, our request was they would do it during ultimately the daylight hours. So probably a 9 to 5 type thing, just so they're visual. They will provide the chemical, they will provide the PPV and come in. Now, if there's something in court, of course, they're not going to be able to get in there. But as soon as that court breaks, they should be able to get in there. As soon as chambers breaks, they should be able to come in, wipe this table down, wipe that table down.
The whole thing is to have those clean before court starts.
And then that would happen at the nighttime era.
And they've agreed that for a lot of them, they can get them down into one courtroom.
I have passed out chemical to all departments, and
Matson is doing it. It took him an hour and a half to do the one courtroom. But he can't, there's 3 courtrooms that they're.
So they would continue doing it on a nightly basis when they're in the facility. Now remember, some of them are scheduled for 3 times a week, others are 2 times a week, others are 5 times a week. So as they're scheduled, they're wiping all of these surfaces down at night. This would be in addition to that, and their anticipation is that they would visit each office about twice a day and go through each of those services 2 more times every day, regardless of what the evening schedule looks like.
How does that affect our budget?
Well, it's $1,000 a week. If it goes on for a month or 2, it would be about $8,000.
Figure it's going on till, and basically we're looking at 10 grand.
Yeah, Steve Lundy.
How about in the jail?
that is not in the jail, nor can they go into the jail, nor would, I don't want to say nor would Hanson let them, but maybe he would. I have gave the jail.
Are they cleaning? No, I mean, I don't know, can you have the
The inmates are doing that, yes, as we speak.
I have a hard time our times, but I think we should, I'd be supportive of both. But put a limit on it for the moment, contract for up to a certain amount of time. I don't want to do an.
10 weeks.
Yeah, maybe 10 weeks, and, anything other than that, it should come back before us.
Hopefully within 10 weeks, we've got that
Yeah.
dive down, that decline down.
Let's maybe put a trigger in there that, if it doesn't last 10 weeks, that we could sever it
Sure.
prior to that. That way we're not.
He agreed to that already.
Yeah, for as long as it's necessary,
But for us,
but not to exceed
yeah.
10 weeks.
This should come back before us and have further discussions if.
Is this something that Dr. Stein is recommending we do?
No. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't know.
Okay.
They're next. Right, I spoke to Dave this morning, and I guess for the courts, they're gonna go get one of those handheld, you don't have to touch the skin, but it registers the heat. So he's gonna recommend that if they have a fever or they're coughing, that since they've checked in, they write down their name and then they'll just send them home. So that should help too.
And it was funny, because I guess there's a lot of phone calls coming in right now that they're worried that they haven't, so they don't want to go to court.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
That's what the judge was telling me.
Yeah. They're having a hard time for getting juries.
Gotta get a note, gotta get a
Come on, Frank.
Trying to get out of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Timing is everything.
Okay.
What do you think?
Move it forward.
Yeah, out of an abundance of caution.
And we'll bring that forward then next week.
Maybe put something on there that, just to say we're not freaking out about this.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, and that, we had that
it's more a-
conversation.
It's a comfort for those coming in.
Well, and a precaution.
But all the things that are being shared right now, and everything I'm putting out there is coming directly from them or DOH, and they're all recommending the wipe downs on a constant basis and wiping hands and keeping ahead of that, because it's droplet, not aerial, it's heavenly.
If this person wouldn't be in full
No.
gowns and hazmat suit, but they would have PP,
Gloves.
gloves and
Potential mask.
And what they were wiping down with would be treated in a little different way, but they would not be in full hazmat gear.
And one of the biggest worries for us, though, is that the clientele that are in that courtroom is the clientele that could be highly susceptible to it, and once, if it gets in that jail, as the Commissioner was just mentioning, that's.
But I also I want to impress upon people that
They're responsible.
that's the clientele in the court year round.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
Cold and flu season, it's not like they're coming in sicker right now because, they deal with, people with hepatitis, people with all kinds of other, viral.
Way worse diseases.
Yeah.
Bacterial issues, and so, I don't want us to be breathless about this. I think we need to understand that the clientele is the clientele,
Is the clientele.
And we don't even have a case in Mason County.
Yeah, you put that in the universe.
Well, I keep putting that out there.
Wash your
because
hands.
Right now, people don't even realize
Cover your
that companies are laying people off right now because people aren't even going out, even for the simplest of things. We mentioned it's one of the hub of all places, because they don't go to the secondhand store, they just laid off 2 people. And it's not just them, there's a lot of phone calls from.
Commerce, they're canceling all of their meetings that are out there, People want large groups, so. So I like how people are taking precautions. They're proactive and not reactive.
6-hour flight.
So I'll keep an eye on this for the budget, most likely we'll have to do an amendment.
Yeah.
Great, thank you very much.